Okay, Trajecta, the stage is yours. 2 minutes.
Hello. Before starting Trajecta, we talked to hundreds of medical doctors. But today, I want you to imagine that you are a doctor. You work here in Warsaw as a primary care physician, and every day patients come to you. You talk to them, you check their medical history, and then you need to make a decision about them. But the problem is that there are no simple medical patient cases. Even when the patient asks for a simple ibuprofen to manage their knee pain, still, it can become a very risky situation for your patient. You can come to the next one. So you go and check clinical guidelines, up to date, which is probably the most popular hospital system currently that makes billions a year, but even they do not tell you what to do with a patient who is 67, has hypertension, mild kidney disease, and also knee pain. Research papers also are too generic. They don't provide you specific recommendations. So what can you do? You can use Trajecta. If your hospital integrated Trajecta, you will instantly see insights about thousands of patients who are similar to yours. Also, you can see side effects of different treatments that other doctors prescribed. You can see that, for example, if you go to the previous slide, you can see that some doctors prescribed ibuprofen with 2 other drugs, and it actually helped minimize risks. You can also see that around 60% of patients with the same situation develop depression, and you can recommend your patient to go to a psychiatrist. This is basically the solution that we provide, and if you go to the next slide, and the next, thank you. This is exactly what we do. We work with clinics, we work with smaller practices, and also with individual patients. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Another 3 minutes for our jury.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, at the end of the day, I hope that the decision belongs to the doctor, and it's only the solution that supports the doctor. I saw briefly 900K anonymized patients, correct? Cases, yeah, 900K patients are, these are the things that you are having in your database already, yeah?
If you can go to...
The question is, would you say that it is already enough that you would say that your solution is safe? Might be considered safe.
What do you mean by safe?
Well, at the end of the day, the doctor sees the hint that it was ibuprofen with some other drugs, some 2 other drugs. But he's the one that takes decision, should he prescribe it. But would you say that the level of the development of your solution is already safe as an extra, as the help for the doctor?
Well, this is a decision support system, right? The safeness is to be checked by the whatever organizations when you get the license, right, to push it on the market. At this step, we have a database of millions of patients, right? So we sort of sure that this traction and this data that we have in the network at least is the maximal that we can get out of whatever competitors and other systems that exist in the world. So safeness is, well, we still within the guidance, within the recommendations, and within the knowledge, right? So it doesn't go beyond, right? So safeness is sort of anyway handled by default, right? But if you can support the decision, that is exactly what the value is.
Yes, nice catch. From where you have your data and how you secure them?
Well, we don't own the data, right? So whatever competitors or somebody who want to do, think like that, can get the data is you can buy the data, or thank you. You can buy the data, or you can have a network, right? So data still stored in the places where it's generated in whatever, hospitals, clinics, and other data holders, and we don't really get the data from them. What we get is access to anonymized data, right? So that we can run the study on their premises, right? And we can get insights. And since we are collaborating with a community that has access to almost 1 billion of unique patient records, that is sort of like problem solved.
Thank you very much. Trajecta, thank you very much.